Hey, it's Tom. Happy Tuesday from a guy who, while learning to telework and socially distance the last 8 weeks, kind of feels like he's lost some of his social skills. But we're still here and coming at you. I want to thank everybody who has responded to a couple of requests I put out there. One, of course, was for y'all to send in ideas about how we can take some of the lessons we've learned about teleworking, about the use of Microsoft Teams and doing things remotely, and continue those practices in a way that makes your jobs easier. Many of you have responded to me. You've also responded to me with your ideas about how we can save money, knowing that we are going to have to take some significant budgetary changes in the next week or two as the legislature comes back into session next month. Thanks to the slowdown that's resulting from the pandemic. But it's good to see that Georgia is opening up a bit. I'm seeing more traffic around here in Atlanta. I'm also very grateful to many of those out there who are either in our staff or our partners who are continuing to support us in this work. I want to give a shout out to Ms. Shantae Bird of Start Bright Academy in Paulding County, who has been making masks for our employees. I want to give a shout out also to Ms. Edwina Atkinson, who had retired from Walton County DFACS, but who has been back helping our staff to get resources out to families who need them. I think Staff Appreciation Week was a great hit. I appreciate all of y'all who participated in that on the local level. We also on the state level had this yoga session. I did not participate. I'm sorry. I'm just not flexible enough yet, I guess. And also want to remind y'all that I sent out sort of an email this past week reminding you that if you would like to be tested for COVID, you should be able to be tested even if you have no symptoms. I got some good feedback from folks. I know some folks are in the rural areas are still having trouble finding those tests readily available. But if you would like to be tested for COVID and you don't know where to go or you don't know how to set up an appointment, if you'll email me, I'll be happy to help you. I was able to help a couple of our staff last week to find the right people in their area to talk to. And I do think that as we look at being more out in the public, whether it's around our family or whether it's going to the grocery store or whether it's even going to work in some cases, that the more that we know about whether or not we are carrying the virus, the more that we can protect ourselves and others. So if you have a chance to get tested for COVID, please take that opportunity. And if you need to know where to do that, if you'll shoot me an email, I'll be happy to help you. Remember that National Foster Care Month is this month in May. Remember the theme this year is foster care as a support to families, not a substitute. If you'd like to email Patrice Meadows, our communications director, I know that she can help you find ways to highlight National Foster Care Month in your community. Maybe writing an op-ed to the paper. It may be by honoring your foster parents in your community. It may be by sending out reminders to the community that we need more foster parents and we need different types of foster parents. Foster parents for children with disabilities, foster parents for older youth. So let's continue to celebrate that. And let's also celebrate the fact that our foster parents are a great way of helping families who are in need, whether those families are going to end up with children who find alternative permanency or whether those families will eventually reunite with their children. Foster parents play an integral role in both our reunification and our alternative permanency work, and we need to recognize them for the essential key role that they play in our system. We are sending out another survey in the next week. Remember, we are part of the National Child Welfare Workforce Institute, site, one of the sites around the country working on that. And of course, y'all did a great job helping us with the comprehensive organizational health assessment a while back. And now we're going to send out one specifically focused on the COVID-19 workforce needs assessment. You'll see, this is, of course, remember for our child welfare workforce, but we think this can be applied to OFI and administration and everything. You'll be asked about work conditions and benefits, physical environment and safety, your self-care and well-being during this time, how you supervise folks remotely, how you engage the community, and how you build up community resources. And I think what we'd like to learn, again, continuing with the learning from the pandemic, how do we take what we're doing well, what's working well, the great productivity we've seen, and turn that into more permanent practices and policies that will benefit not only our staff and make your jobs easier and more fulfilling, but will also benefit the people of Georgia whom we serve. On OFI, we've got a lot of stuff going on, of course. PSNAP continues. So what we're going to do now is the newly approved households are going to be issued PSNAP benefits for the months of March and April beginning May 16th and throughout the month of May until all eligible households have received their PSNAP benefits. Of course, we'll continue, with PSNAP in toward the end of May as well for those families who have already received or have already been on SNAP before. A lot of folks have been asking about online purchasing, especially as folks who are receiving SNAP or food stamps who have disabilities. Maybe those are the folks who need to be isolated. Right now, we know that at Walmart or Kroger, they can order online and then get curbside pickup. We're excited about this partnership, and we believe that in the next month or so, you'll also see them able to go through some of the online retailers, pay online, and actually have the groceries and whatnot delivered to them. So that's going to be exciting, and I think a great benefit for those folks who need to continue to socially isolate while this virus remains a threat. Food replacement assistance. We had, of course, some tornadoes in the months of April. For families who had power outages of more than 4 hours, we were able to give some replacement food. We did that in 38 counties. We got 549 applications for that. And as of May 8th, we had issued about $178,000 in replacement food stamp benefits to counties all over, including, of course, my home county of Washington County. Let's see. We also have the Customer Contact Center. I want to really thank the OFI call center for doing a great job. The callback times recently hit a new record. It decreased to an average of 28 seconds during the week of April 20th through 24th for the callback time. Self-service reached an outstanding 58% on May 1st, and that's the highest percentage we've ever had. The courtesy disconnect remains at 0%. That means that customers have not received a disconnect message since April 17th. And agents handled literally double the call volume in April, about 97,000 calls handled in the month of April alone, twice as many as before. So y'all are continuing to do a wonderful job, both in child welfare and in OFI. I want to thank you for the work that you're doing. We do have some hard times ahead of us due to the economic fallout of this virus and the shutdown. But I want to thank you for continuing to bear with us. I want to thank you for continuing to serve the people of Georgia. And I really want to thank you for sending us your ideas. I have not been able to respond to everyone who has emailed, but I'm very grateful. And I assure you that we are taking that list, and in our executive team, we're saying, oh, that's a good idea. Could we do that? Could we do this? We're looking at every possible option to make sure that we, number one, have the staff and resources we need to serve the people of Georgia well. But then number two, save money wherever we can so that we can conserve our limited resources and use them in the most appropriate manner. So thanks, everybody. Thanks to all of our partners. Thanks to our providers. Like I said, they say April showers bring May flowers. Let's hope that April shutdowns bring May flourishing, and let's all go out and spend some money and raise some sales tax and cushion the blow of the economic shutdown. Thanks, y'all. See you next Tuesday. Have a good one. Bye.